こんにちは。Welcome to Learn Japanese with Masa Sensei. Today in this lesson we will learn about 硬い which means difficult to do something, hard to do something. Now let's go. Stem word plus 硬い. This means hard to do something, difficult to do something. This is used to express that something is very difficult to do or it's almost impossible to do.This is mainly used when you want to express that something is difficult to do due to internal reasons, such as psychological reasons. In other Japanese expressions, we have 何々するのが難しい、何々できない。However, please note that it does not have the meaning that it is impossible because you do not have the ability, or it is impossible.Because of the external conditions, or it is impossible because it is prohibited. So for example, Mr. Tanaka cannot speak English. So this is talking about the ability. That's why we cannot use stem word plus 硬い. We do not say, 田中さんは英語が喋りがたい. Instead, we will use田中さんは英語が喋れない which is potential for. I can't sleep unless the room is dark. So this is talking about the external conditions. That's why we cannot use stem word plus 硬い. So we cannot say 部屋を暗くしないと寝がたい. But instead, we will say 部屋を暗くしないと寝られない which is potential for. You can't smoke inside the company. This is talking about the prohibition. That's why we cannot use stem word plus 硬い. So we cannot say 会社の中でタバコを吸いがたい. But instead we will say 会社の中でタバコが吸えない which is potential for.We also have other grammars which have the same meaning. Stem word plus にくい and stem word plus づらい which also mean hard to do something, difficult to do something. Now, what is the difference between stem word plus 硬い, stem word plus にくい and stem word plus づらい? Stem word plus にくい. This is used when you want to say that something is difficult to do or it takes a lot of effort to do. So for example, 言いにくい, 言いにくい. So this is difficult to say. So this could be because it is a sensitive matter or because it is hard to put in words. Stem word plus づらい is used when you want to say that something is difficult to do because you don't feel comfortable. So for example, 言いづらい, 言いづらい. There is something that I want to say, but because I am not comfortable, I do not want to say. That's why it is difficult. Stem word plus 硬い is to express something is almost impossible to do.So for example, 言いがたい, 言いがたい. This means that there is something that is almost impossible to say. So this is the difference between 言いにくい, 言いづらい and 言いがたい. がたい is normally used in hiragana. However, originally it comes from this kanji, which means difficult. So, there is a word ありがとう which means thank you. This word comes from ありがたい, ありがたい. So あります is to exist and がたい is difficult. ありがたい is hard to exist. So in other words, it means it's a precious thing, it's a rare thing. So this is used when you want to say that something that you did for me is a precious thing.That's why it has a meaning of thank you. So this is the origin of ありがとう. Now let's make some example sentences. Judging from his facial expression, it is impossible to approach him. Judging from, we have many expressions. This time, let's use からして。からして。からして is used when you want to emphasize the whole by giving one example. So in this case, you want to say that his facial expression is scary. So this is one example. But also his clothes, his attitudes are also scary. But you're just giving one example. Facial expression is 顔つき。顔つき。So we will put together with からして。彼は顔つきからして To approach someone is 近寄る So stem word plus がたい will be 近寄りがたい近寄りがたい彼は顔つきからして近寄りがたい The deliciousness of natto must be difficult for many foreigners to understand. Natto is fermented beans that many Japanese people like. It has very strong smell and it is sticky, so many foreigners don't understand why this is delicious. Personally, I like it very much. So deliciousness, this is a noun. In order to change e adjective to a noun, we will put さ. So おいしい becomes おいしさおいしさ納豆のおいしさは for many foreigners 多くの外国人 In order to say from the perspective of someone, we will use noun plus にとって So 多くの外国人にとって To understand is 理解する So stem word plus がたい will be 理解しがたい理解しがたい And then must be something due to some facts, we will use に違いない納豆の美味しさは多くの外国人にとって理解しがたいに違いない The time I spend with my cat is an irreplaceable and precious time. The time I spend with my cat. This is a relative clause. 猫といる時間は irreplaceable. To replace something is 変える So, stem word plus がたい will be 変えがたい変えがたい So in order to say it is irreplaceable to anything, we will use 何にでも何にでも or we can change this でも into だって何にだって So it becomes 何にだって変えがたい and then precious time is 大切な時間です猫といる時間は何にだって変えがたい大切な時間です He tells nothing but lies, so it is hard to believe that what he is saying is true. To tell lie is 嘘をつく And then in order to say that he does this and nothing else, we will use ばかり So, 嘘ばかりつく This means he tells lies and nothing else. 彼は嘘ばかりつくので What he is saying. This is 彼が言っていること Hard to believe. To believe is 信じる So stem word plus がたい will be 信じがたい信じがたい彼は嘘ばかりつくので彼が言っていることが本当かどうか信じがたい So this is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please try to write down your own sentence in the comment box below. If you have any questions or comments or requests, please also write it down. Please don't forget to like this video, and if it's the first time watching this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. ありがとうございます。バイバイ。